I know the rain is always followed by a sunny day. Still I keep some money saved for when the rain falls. Dreaming the night it was a nightmare at my day job. Stuck at the bottom, watching the cream rise. Not worth the payoff, the slow decay of letting dreams die. I took chances and they took me far. Learn from my mind and keep my hands out the cookie jar. Look at where we are from where we came from. For my day ones with me when the rain comes. The rain came.
Here we go. Wait, one sec.
Everything will be a wreck, my friend. I don't wanna be through.
Here we are, my friend. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado here, we got Tom Bland. Let me check our sound here. Let me check our sound on this real quick. Go ahead and just talk real quick. Let me check our sound on this real quick. Go ahead and just talk real quick. Let me check our sound on that. There we go, yeah. We're good. I just wanted to check to see, make sure it wasn't getting doubled up there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to really properly introduce this man. This man does a lot here. We're freezing up. We'll go though. It's sometimes it just takes a second for it to catch up. But so we'll kind of get right into it. So what is B.A.R.Z Rap Battle League? Break it down, like from just get right into it from the start.
Oh shit. Well, it's a lot. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. First off, I mean, it started way back in 2013, December 1st. Basically, I started rapping about maybe 4 or 5 years before that. So around 2000s when I started rapping, I started in about a rap group called Triple Threat. One of my boys from high school got me into that. It was just a cool little rap session. We used to have albums and stuff like that. But we decided to have Freestyle Fridays in my homie's garage, and it was fun. We had battles. It was just like, we just start getting drunk and having a good time, smoking some
Kind of
shit,
just like started as like a weekly sort of thing with the boys?
Yeah, it was like weekly, and we used it to promote our album and our music that came out and play our music and shit. But we also had battles on the side, right? And they were all freestyle battles. And at that time, battle rap was still kind of like, 8 Mile days, and like everyone was, talking about 8 Miles, and then King of the Dot came together. And it just dawned on me, and like, we stopped doing the Freestyle Fridays. I'm like, that shit was fun. I was like, what if I could do it online? And like the light bulb just, when the light bulb just clicks, it's like, fuck it, I'll just do something online with it. And it wasn't ever something that I thought that would be what it is today. Now we're going almost 9 years strong. We're just, constantly busy. We've been doing it online this year. We just went live 2 months ago. We just went live, having live venues all over the world. We have a live venue in Florida. We have another live event going on July 17th in Florida. Then we're branching out to Detroit, in September 4th. And now finally in Canada. I'm from Canada. I'm here in B.A.R.Z. I've been always wanting to do it here. But the size of our group and our members weren't always big enough, and we didn't have that many people at that time. But now it's time to bring everybody over here and to actually get shit popping in Niagara Falls. So super excited for that.
So now, when you sorry, I'm trying to word this properly so it doesn't sound weird. So now, in that process of going from Freestyle Fridays to really turning it into an online battle. What's the right word I'm looking for? My head's everywhere. Yeah, league, but you know what I mean, an actual community. A community is what I'm essentially more so looking at. Because you guys have your YouTube page, which is at how many subscribers?
Around 1,100 subscribers, 1,150 around that.
1,150. All right, and then and you guys got the Facebook group going too, which is man, I see a lot of people going at it. Since I've joined it, like people just going at each other on that. It reminds me of like there used to be little
there's a lot of personalities. We have at least, I'd say around 300 to 400 active rappers in there all the time, constantly either going at each other or battling each other. It's very entertaining, and you get it for free. It's hilarious to watch some of these guys talk to each other, and then they create this storyline where they get into it with each other and they end up doing an online battle, and we get to see them actually battle it out. Sometimes it goes, and there's a winner to every battle, so there's really bragging rights when it comes to it, and a lot gets said, and regardless of what happens in the battle, either it goes 2 different ways. They respect each other after it, or it just continues to go down that road. Shit. So it's very entertaining.
Now, so I've told you before, like we've been trying to get into battle, just create sort of like a battle scene down here in the Niagara region, and at our establishment Lux. We looked into it, and that was right before COVID happening. Because I do local concerts as well for hip hop artists prior to everything, prior to the club opening too. Because COVID kind of just can't do it right now, obviously. But with setting up the online, like a lot of people say, you know, you're doing online events now is hard, or you know this stuff. Well, a lot of people are being forced to do so. What do you say is really the pros and cons in really creating this community and battle league you have online? And you know, you started out with just online, but now you're branching off into live events with, you know, packed houses.
Yeah, it's actually surreal when you think about it, because you know. And the thing about online is it's not just one city, it's not just one town, you know what I mean? It's worldwide. So I have rappers, you know, from England, I have rappers from Ireland. We have a female that just battled on our last card from Scotland. We have people all over the States, all over Canada. It's really, and that's really the big difference to me. I mean, yes, it's not face-to-face with the online battling, but you'll see matches that you probably will never see because someone's on the other side of the world. So with the online stuff, it really has taken it, you know, like a roller coaster ride. Sometimes it's really hot and it goes down when it's a little bit slow. I mean, everybody strives to be a live battle rapper that's online. Some people do it as hobbies as well. But what I like to call the online scene is almost like the gym to get into the bigger leagues and to get into the live leagues. So, I mean, and I've seen it happen where we had a rapper that started off here, didn't know anything about battle rap. They learned the criteria to become a better battle rapper. They took a bunch of online battles, and next thing you know, they're signed to King of the Dot. And we have proof in that. And this has happened plenty of times. And bigger leagues like URL as well. We've had people out in URL. So the online scene when the battle rappers, you know, start talking, oh, it's just online, but basically this is the gym to get to the live stage. So there's rappers that you never, you know, with a rapper that just jumps onto the live scene with no experience, they're gonna have to go through the trenches to get to a certain point in their career where they can actually be good at battle rap. See, with online, they're already like they're prepped and ready, like they're sharp already. So as soon as they hit the stage, they have that advantage over a lot of guys that start out and just, you know, start out with the live scene and just try it out. These guys have already been battling for years.
In the chat right now, you just got someone that's saying it's interesting, like the online, like it's like a gym. I was just going to touch on like the fact, I think it's very, very, it's an awesome, it's the perfect, sorry, I'm trying to word this even better. I'm so lost with words. This week has been nuts since we're opening the patio like in 2 days. But it's the best thing for such a peculiar and niche market. Because you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down to it, that there is some love and there is huge love for battle rap, but it has to be in the right areas or it's the right groups, you know what I mean? The right market. Yep. And what the online really does is it really expands it to being, just like you said, worldwide. And you know what I mean? I grew up playing basketball. Some of the best basketballers, you know what I mean, are the people that are those dudes who go and play at that court every day, the court you've never heard of and the people you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like even boxers, even it comes down to a lot of sports and industries. That, you know, some of the best, most hidden talents are the ones you would never even know. I mean, that gives people that reach. You know what I mean? Just like nowadays, so everyone thinks they're a rapper because they got a microphone and a laptop. You know what I mean? With that though, you flip it on the other side. Anybody can hop in a battle with their phone or with their laptop. You know what I mean? And show what they got.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Not everyone that comes from online battle rap is actually going to be any good. You know what I mean? Some people, you know, there's always that diamond in the rough. There's always that guy that, you know, like can really be someone that really would have never really tried it if they didn't try online battle rap. You know, and you know, there's some mediocre guys and there's some guys that are really good that can go places, and then you have the guys that are just like doing this for fun and just, you know, for jokes. So you do get some rough battles. You know, some guys that can't rap, but even those guys get better. And those guys learn a thing or two about the trade. And what really B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League, check us out on Facebook, YouTube. Plug in. Really about is it's for everyone. It's not just the cream of the crop rappers. It's for the guys that are just starting out, the intermediates and stuff too. Like, it's for everyone. We do have a lot of killers, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of guys that are very talented. As check our YouTube channel out. All our materials on there. We're consistently putting out battles, online battles, and live battles all the time. So we're just a consistent machine that's moving.
Now we want to talk about the pages, actually. I don't know, man. I saw there's some people, man. They're confident. But we got some eaters down here. I'm telling you. We could do. We do a. Sorry. Whatever got me. We do a B.A.R.Z event, and then we could maybe do a U.S. versus Canada type thing. It'll be something actually real sick. That's something I'm really looking forward to be able to do and create down the road. But man, when you made the post in the group, I saw some of the comments, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun, and it got me hyped. It got me hyped, man. It got me pumped. Like I was looking at it, like
what's really
people.
good about Niagara is that it's so close to Detroit and Buffalo, and there's a lot of good cities that we have a lot of people in. Our Detroit movement is very strong. They'll be coming over if the borders are open. And we could definitely do an America versus Canada thing here in Niagara Falls, or vice versa in Detroit too.
Yeah, well. For sure. Even do do best out of three. One here, one there, and then something else too. You know what I mean? Maybe make it a bigger event at least. I know if we put nationality on it, like I think it'll just even get that much more hype. Just like a UFC fight if you think about it.
Exactly.
We still got to work out some details. Just for the people watching and the people who do watch later, do we really have a date in mind we're looking at for the first Canada with you guys? I know nothing's solidified.
I'm for sure looking at October. Like I said, we do have an event in September in Detroit, at the beginning of September. So what I like to do is have at least a month in between live events. That way we have enough time to focus on each event and promote it properly. I would like the first or second week of October.
What? For sure.
Hopefully the first week. I think the first week is the best week. I don't want it kind of too close to the end of October, just because of the Halloween shit and fucking getting closer to fucking the winter time. You know what I mean?
In October too, if we're allowed, if right now, because we're just in step one of reopening. I don't know where you guys are in Barrie. If you guys same shit. So I believe hopefully by October we'll be able to have dancing, and our patio and our club will be completely different. You know what I mean? Like you'll see. We're not putting out too many pictures of the patio until after the opening. We put out a little bit of sneak peeks and lounge sets and stuff, and there's just nothing like it in Welland, let alone in Niagara region at all. It'll be the best outdoor performance place in Niagara region. It's nuts.
Yeah, definitely. It all depends on what we're allowed to do. You know what I mean? I can guarantee we're going to be pretty close to selling the inside out. We're already talking behind the scenes. We're already talking about matchups. We have other leagues that are trying to get involved as well. This is going to be a co-event. It's going to be B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League and UBC, which is Universal Battle Zone. Check them out as well. We're working together. This is a league that just started out, and we've been in the game for 9 years, and we're just we're all part of the growing the battle rap community. So we try to put anyone on we can. So salute to them. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited because. I've been wanting to do live events forever in Canada and just never really had the venue and never really had the amount of people. Now it's almost like it's perfect. We have the people, we have the venue, and now it's time to go, man. It's super exciting.
I feel like we're kind of similar people with similar goals, but we come from two opposite sides of the coin here. So like I grew up doing live events, like building it to like learn how to get people in butts and seats and how to make bar owners money. That's what got me to the point of owning my own venue and like having the inspiration to be like, if I'm able to put this much money in somebody's pocket in one night off bar sales, imagine what I could do with my own place. And so that's what really built that. But now on your side of it, it's like I know nothing about online events. When they first started doing online concerts and stuff, I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't know what to do. I had to like spend hours researching, and I'm like, I can't get this equipment. It's going to be too much to me to figure out. And by the time I do have it figured out, we're going to be back to live shows. So obviously we haven't been, but now that everything's opening back up, but it's funny. This is why I was really excited to get on the be able to interview as well and kind of plug you in and give you kind of an introduction to some of the people in Canada of what Lux is planning on doing, as well with B.A.R.Z, what they have going on, and B.A.R.Z Rap Battle League, sorry, not B.A.R.Z Restaurants, just to be clear, guys. We got some hype for October already, though. People were saying they'd love to see it. I got an old friend of mine I went to Niagara College with. Watching here, a huge fan of battle rap. There's another dude I know. Where's this guy? His tag's BAT-ROB 90 something. He's a huge battle rap guy. I'm surprised he's not in here, like blowing you up with questions about your heavy hitters, man. He religiously watches KOTD. You know what I mean? He's hype. I don't know if you're like if you pay attention to what they have going on, but they just announced King Los and someone else.
Yeah, they're doing a season 1 over there. I've been following. I mean, King of the Dot's really what got me into battle rap. I mean, the whole 8 Mile thing, you know, kind of sparked it. But like then, you know, King of the Dot started doing it. I'm like, damn, this is a league. Let's, you know, I followed guys like Bartone. Bartone may be coming out to our event. We're trying to book him. Chrome, King of the Dot. If who's ever, you know, following King of the Dot, check out Chrome. He started in B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League. He started, and now he's signed in onto the main roster. I don't know if he's in season 1. I'm hoping he is. We're pushing for him to get out there, but you know, and we have a lot of guys that you guys will know that have touched King of the Dot stages at our event. So, you know, it's exciting. We have a lot of people we're working with. We're talking to Young Stitch right now about performing. It's not confirmed yet. I don't want to say completely. But,
yeah, obviously when it's solidified, you know, still a possibility.
Yeah,
now, like
possibilities.
Young Stitch is well known down here. Young Stitch, he just did he's done some songs with Swish Styles, a great artist. And that's so for Canada. When I say we got some hitters, like we got some people that have touched KOTD too. And you know, there aren't any. I believe there aren't any right now currently that are from Niagara that are in there. I know there are some hitters in Brantford that I grew up with though. There's some hitters in Brantford that as soon as I said this, I would be like, hey, you guys standing up for Canada? What's up? They're gonna be down, bro. They're gonna be down. Even just to check out the first one, I guarantee you, just to see, you know what I mean, what you guys are working with, they'd love to show up and show love for it. Now, let's get into your heavy hitters, bro. Come on, talk some shit. What do you think's in store for Canada? Talk some shit. You know, put some love on their name.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, and this is gonna ruffle a lot of feathers in my own league. I'm telling you, B.A.R.Z North is gonna be the best live division that we have on B.A.R.Z. We have a B.A.R.Z South in Florida. We have a B.A.R.Z Midwest in Detroit. I am standing by this. B.A.R.Z North is gonna be the strongest division out of the B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League, and they can talk all that shit, but I'm gonna prove it. Coming in October, we have people coming from all over Canada that's going to be there, and United States. So, you know, some of the heavy hitters that we're trying to get in the room, I can't list them off yet. But
okay, I see you. I see you.
Some bigger guys.
I see you. All right. Man, it's keeping it locked down like Breezes, bro. I don't know if you watch DBZ. Oh man. All right.
But we will be announcing matchups like. Coming August, September, matchups will be released, and people will start promoting it hard coming in August, September area. So, you know, it's just a thing that we're working on. Basically, we're getting a head count of who we got, who was able to get out there. Then we look at the bigger guys on what they want to get paid to show up to this. I mean,
overheads.
We've heard guys asking for like $300-$400 a round, and we're like, I don't know if that budget's gonna fit yet. We're gonna see, you know, maybe in the future. But we do have guys that are, you know, they're gonna get paid a decent amount of money to come and perform. So we're gonna get really good performances from certain guys, and there's guys that you guys are gonna like really, you know, just become fans of, because there's a lot of talent that's been unseen that haven't touched the King of the Dot stage. So when they do see this, they're gonna be like, wow, okay, and then King of the Dot will be hitting us up. We've already been kind of scouting for King of the Dot. Shout out to Nate Sosa. I've been getting him some talent there every once in a while. Our champion Falcada out in Detroit, he's gonna be making an appearance with the chain. So it's gonna be big, man. And the wheels are just starting to turn. Everything's still fresh. Nothing's really, a lot of stuff hasn't been done and set in stone. The only thing that's been set in stone is that we have the venue and we have a ton of rappers that are willing to come in back.
Why don't you bless the venue? What venue you got in Canada set up, you know? Plug that name in, eh? What's that venue,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's my personal first battle rap event, which is huge to me because I've been doing it online for 8 years, right? So, and everyone's like, why don't you do a live event? Why don't you do a live event? And I've been trying to get venues in Barrie, and then COVID hit, and then it just never happened. Now it's just like it's finally gonna happen. So
when what's her name? Jessica or Jess?
Jess Z. She's gonna be on the card.
Jesse, shout out to Jesse for linking us together for this as well too. I remember she hit me up and I was in the middle of setting up the patio, and she's like, "Give him a text," and I'm like, honestly, tell him to text me like when I can. I'll talk to him right away, and we set up the time for the phone call. I think I messed up too the first time. I was like, oh shit, no, I gotta reschedule because something popped up. And then as soon as we hopped on the phone, like we just started chatting. I thought it was gonna be like a 5-minute phone call. We sat there for like 30-45 minutes chatting, and I knew we were gonna be able to make some stuff happen, especially just between. B.A.R.Z and as well as everything else you got going on with your movement, which is kind of what I wanted to carry on. Actually, kind of segments into my next question is with ASI. So we're working on like the playlist you heard there before. It's a playlist that's Spotify. I mentioned to you before that we allow streamers. We're recruiting streamers to play constantly, and the reason we're using Spotify is because you can keep the analytics, and that's just the most common. You know what I mean? It's not the most high paying one, but it's the most easiest to keep the analytics and get artists their payout. So. I was just going to say, with the B.A.R.Z, if there are any artists that you know or that are trying to plug out their music, there's no cost, there's no nothing, it's pure free for everyone, just pure pre-promotion. Please let us know, let me know, and we'll connect it through, or even just send me some of the music, and we just got to work out the paperwork of having their permission to put it on for legalities of it. But yeah, that's just one thing. For example, guys, that's just one thing other than the event that I want to try to work with him on, and there's so many other things with this guy as well. Like when you say like it's a huge thing for you, like I remember the first time when I was 19, I came out to Niagara. So I was in the middle of this business deal that I've been working years on of trying to become a partner on in this event company, and then I get screwed over. You know the first rule in business. Get in writing. Get everything in writing. I'm a young business guy, I screwed up. That's my fault. But it was the best lesson I ever learned because it taught me to where I am today. But I came out and I didn't know what I was doing for like 4 to 6 months. I'm working 2 jobs, just trying to get shit straight, and I'm feeling like I'm going crazy. You know what I mean? When you're as yourself, you're a creative person. This is why I love it. This is what I really do for my channel. I bring on other people, other creative people. So you're gonna understand with what I'm saying. Is like when you're not doing something creative in a sense, even if you don't have that a little bit of time, you start to feel just cooped up. You start to feel like you just, you got to do something. And I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, you know what, like. For 5 to 6 years, I was doing events, and I was basically managing them as like a young youth under like the assistant of this dude who made me do all the work. So I learned everything, and so I was like, you know what, let's just put it to work. And I created this event, Drop the Mic Niagara. We did it. We pulled it off twice. COVID hit, and what it really was is I was trying to show local artists and artists. Just even who are trying to work their way up that okay, so yeah, for most shows, you know the whole stigma where artists are like, I want to get paid first, but for bigger shows you have to sell tickets. So we were really trying to introduce them. We weren't forcing them to pay out of pocket in a sense. We were trying to help them and show them this is how you sell tickets and give them that stepping stone to being like, okay, now you're ready to go do a show for, like I told you, I opened up for B.A.R.Z. Shout out to Switch Styles again, the man who did the track with I did a few tracks with Young Stitch. They're doing a lot of work together. He plugged me through to Robbie G, who put me on the B.A.R.Z show. And so, like, I, as a young artist, was able to perform and open for one of my idols and really get to see the business sense of it. So I was really trying to give it to them and show everyone else, like, this is what you got to do. There was obviously people who took it in the wrong, took it in, as the right. And that's whatever. No matter what you do, there's always going to be someone who has to say something negative, someone who has to say something positive, and some people just don't say anything at all. But no matter what it is, you still get it done.
Exactly, yeah. No, and there's a lot of haters out there, too, that want to see your downfall. But the way I look at it is they're paying attention to what you're doing. You're not paying attention to what they're doing. So at the end of the day, like, they're still your fans. They're still paying attention. Like, and then there's always those people that are kind of, like, not saying anything. So it's really amazing how much people are paying attention that you don't really know, especially in social media. There's a lot of people that either scroll past you or they're low key watching you. As for a fan base, I mean, fan bases come and go. I mean, a lot of people, you want to try to keep building and just keep getting more and more people. Like what I did today. What I do once a week is I go to these unsigned labels group pages on Facebook or like a SoundCloud Facebook group or like a Spotify or anything like that. It has like 100,000 people, and I just throw up a post, who likes battle rap here? And if people start commenting, I hit them up in an inbox. I'm like, yo, like, you should try battle rap. This is what I do. And I want to just say this to all the people watching that rap. Battle rap, as a rapper, battle rappers can be made from industry rappers. So for instance, like I've seen a lot of guys that just did music and then they tried battle rap and they fucking killed it. You know what I mean? There's the transition from, you know, just a recording artist to a battle rapper. I mean that can happen, and that's what B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League is for too. You get to learn the criteria to get there. So when it comes to, you know, people that are you know, really into their music, give battle rap a try, because you're gonna get a different audience. You're gonna get a different set of fans, because you are gonna get the battle rap fans start to follow your music and vice versa. So it really it works out both ways. But like you said about the haters, man, it happens and it's unavoidable. The more success you have, the more haters you're gonna have. It's a true fact.
And that's true. Like a lot of people measure success by the amount of haters. I measure it by, you know, the amount of money in the bank, in my opinion. When it comes down to it, like the haters, you know, you could have 1 million haters and still be broke. But Conor McGregor says it's best. You know, they'll have a good thing to say about you one week, bad thing to say about you the next. Just make sure you get paid both weeks.
That's right. Yeah.
I had someone comment. I don't know. Does this ring anything? Is Zappinin? Oh, Zappinin. Is that a word that rings bells to you right now? Zappinin.
Zappinin? No, never heard of it.
That's his. Oh, okay.
Salute to him though.
Yeah, salute. Hamster Dance 3. That would be my catchphrase. Zappinin. I think I'm gonna like use. Is that okay if I use that hamster? I might use
dance?
that as like a pickup line at the patios or something.
That goes way back in the 90s, bro. The hamster dance shit.
Zappinin. When I read it, I'm like, what is that? That I heard. I said it out loud, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it now. Oh man. No. So. Yes. So we got into the bars. We got into how you started it there. Now, other than so you touched on the different how many divisions essentially is there really of bars? Because you spoke on one or two there, the South, and you know, how many is there all together right now?
Well, so like we have our live divisions, which is B.A.R.Z South out in Florida and around the area down south, and then we have Midwest, which is in Detroit and around the areas there, and then we have B.A.R.Z North, which is starting out here in Niagara. So basically, B.A.R.Z North is Niagara. You can call it that, the Niagara region. But with our online call it platform or division, whatever you want to call it, our online stuff is we have our video, which is a singles division, which is like our big division where everyone tries to get. That's where our champion was made. That's the big division where just videos that are a cappella. We have an on wax division, which is on our showcase page. That's video battles on beat. We also do banger battles, which is a track versus track. So you would put your track against someone else's track. We get 3 judges to judge it, and then, you know, everything and every division that I'm listing, except for the live divisions, they're all judged, and there's standings, champions. Like we keep track of everything that happens in our league. We also have an audio division, which is just, you know, straight audio. You know, you tip over your phone and you rap it to your phone against someone else. And we also have a diss track division, which is, you know, you go in a studio, you make a track, you have an opponent, you diss your opponent on a diss track. You know, we have tag team divisions, FemC division. I mean, the list goes on. We have at least 10 different divisions online, and in our live we have 3 divisions at the moment.
Hamster Dance got a feeling Zappinin might flow well in a battle rap. So let's see if that ever gets used. Please let me know so I can send that to him.
Zappinin.
But no, and like that's one thing I really like is I don't know too much about KOTD or a lot of the leagues or anything like that, but I do know I have seen a few. And not a lot of them really have that much diversity when it comes down to it with how much you're able to really get into. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a couple on YouTube and here or Facebook, and don't get me wrong, I didn't dive in too much, but all their stuff was just this battle, this battle, this battle, this battle, this battle, this battle. That's it. And not only have you know, diversified it, you know, I'm sure there's other people that have done it so, but you know, that you're still on it. It's not just one thing you tried it and, you know, you're still doing it complete over and over and over. So it really adds more value to the league from a battler's perspective. You know what I'm saying? From a consumer's perspective in a general sense.
And that's why we got the microphone and the barcode. The barcode represents the battle rap, you know, you're spitting bars, and then the microphone, it represents the entertainment aspect of battle rap and what we do. You know, we also do a lot of music stuff. So, you know, we're pretty much you know, we expand everything, and what we look forward to in the future. Like we've even done like beatbox battles and like singing battles, and like we're working on compliment battles. Like we're thinking of stuff that's
I've heard the compliment battles. I've seen like one or two, and like they can be kind of funny. Like it's really just how like the creativeness that's on their side. If anyone has a chance, do you guys have any videos on your channel of compliment battles?
Yeah, we just had one. We had Hayes versus Dab Napsian. They did an audio compliment battle, and it was hilarious because, you know, you think of the creativeness that goes into it, especially if you're a battle rapper. It's always fuck this guy, fuck that guy. Now you're like trying to build someone up, but you're doing it in a way to make people laugh. So it's the only
thing I can relate it to is like. It's like when me and my boys are like so drunk and like not like in a stupid drunk way, but we're just so drunk we're just sitting there laughing, we're just hyping each other up for just a hype battle. It's really like the best way to describe it. Like imagine just talking to your boy, just hyping him up the most before he goes to hit up a girl or something. You know what I mean? It's just hilarious. And the creativeness though. Like it's just you never think of like a compliment in that kind of way, and like how they go about it is hilarious. It really gets me. If anyone has time, check that video. I guarantee I haven't seen that one yet, but I'm going to check that one out because that's a very interesting way of battling. I've heard about it, and then I checked out a little bit of it, and it was just like it was just so unique. It was so unique to me. I'm a hip hop artist. Like I've told you, I got into the battle scene before when I was a little younger, but it really wasn't my kind of vibe. You know, if I really put my head to it, I could do it. Maybe one day I will try to hop in a ring or something, but it's just not really what pertains to what I'm pushing to at the moment. But so like, it's just so entertaining though. I still love a good battle. If you wanna see like the best compliment battle you're ever gonna see, YouTube, Pat Stay versus Roan. Those boys put on I think that's one of the ones I've seen. Roan.
And like, I'm so nice, I bought you a present. Like they do these, and he gives them a present on stage. Like it's and the creativeness that it takes to do that. Like not everyone could do that. Like me personally, I'm a battle rapper myself. I haven't really battled live, but I've been battling online for like 8 years, and that's just not in me to just start complimenting people. I'm more of a a battle rapper. But it takes someone special to be able to be that diverse to do that. So it's a big
now you were saying you do work with some other artists as well there. Why don't you give them a shout out here, speak on what kind of projects they got going on, like some of the ones that are involved with B.A.R.Z Rap Battle League.
So we're working personally we're working with B.A.R.Z. We're having a league versus league this weekend.
Sorry. Music wise, say like any new projects, CDs, songs and stuff that they have coming out soon.
Well, we're working right now. We're in process of working on our second league mixtape. We had our first mixtape that dropped. I think it was in May. But music-wise, a lot of guys have a lot of projects coming out. My man Tom Stees, go check him out. He's been dropping singles left, right, and center. That man has been putting on a lot of fucking music. We also have a guy named Swake who's making a lot of music. There's a lot of rappers in the league that are making like a big bang when it comes to the music thing, and all we do is support them. But as for like individual music projects as a league, we're working on mixtapes, and if you're looking to get on it, let us know in the comments, and we can definitely view your music and put us on there. Young Stitch was on our last mixtape, so it's a decent mixtape. It's really we try to find the best of the best to put on there, so it's definitely worth checking out. I can drop it in the descriptions.
Actually, that playlist I have going that I spoke to you about, it has the track with Swish Styles and Young Stitch too. I'll send that to you too. You can check some of the Niagara. I think Swish might be someone who's down to hop in a ring. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to guarantee that. I'm almost confident. Like when I say some people are coming down from the States, he's gonna want to either dabble in and probably hop in, or just be like, nah, it's not for me right now type deal. But I know a few people that
just come out and check it out, because
he'll definitely come out. He'll definitely come out. That's
100%. If you haven't seen a battle rap event, it's something that you want to at least go and see once, because the atmosphere that's in the building is crazy. You know what I mean? And you got to think, like, these artists, there's no redos. They're there to spit. They have to do everything they've memorized. Everything has to come out to make it have a performance, and all that's there is you and your opponent and the crowd watching. So You know, there's a lot that goes down in there. A lot of people have conversations during the battle, and they have a think who's going to win. You have the whole entourages on each side of the battle rappers. Like, it's a big deal, man. A lot of people will have a good time, especially if you're new to battle rap. And at the end of the day, it's all love. Like, you know, I do hear people fighting afterwards, but that's not going to happen in the guys that we have. We have a lot of people that are, you know, at the end of the day, it's love. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that, oh, battle rapper is just a bunch of gangbangers and guys that are gonna scrap. No, it's a awesome community that showed love and for the sport afterwards.
Guys, the link I just threw in chat is the link to their page. If you guys want to check that out real quick, go hit them up with subscribe too. They got a lot of videos up and a lot of content to check out. I just threw yeah, my bad. That's what I was looking away. But it's almost like. Not almost like, it's not similar, but the stereotype is, so like as a white, I don't even say rapper, I just say hip hop artist now, because I like rapper, some people think I'm making little pump music or some shit nowadays, and it's like, no, I'm a hip hop artist. I write my music, I do it. It's like art to me. It's an art to me, just like music should be in any way, shape, or form, just like battle rap is. But like when I came to Niagara, I moved from a city that I went to high school with. Like, I grew up in Brantford for about 6 years and like set roots there. That was the first city I was able to really set roots at. And I came to Niagara as just don't know anybody. I wasn't even planning to go to college. I ended up going in. Shout out to talking with my boy Adam, because he's one of my boys who actually inspired me to put myself through college. I was chilling with him, and we got into a craziest thing. The way we met, we just got we were at a bar, and I don't know if you're gonna go into that story. We got drunk, and he just started battle rapping me out of nowhere. It was hilarious. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things. It was hilarious. But we ended up becoming like really good friends. But it's almost like the stereotype where when I came out to Niagara, like I was hesitant to really tell people I made music, and then I was like, you know what, I have to just be straight up with it. You know, fuck it, I'm this. Like, this is what I do, and I still get to this day. Oh, you're a white rapper. All right, Eminem. I remember Khabib and McGregor, the fight when it happened, like when Khabib actually hopped the fence and shit. I was walking back in this bar we were at the fight. I love UFC. I love mixed martial arts. I grew up doing it, and I'm walking back from the bar counter from inside the bar to bring my girl a drink, and some dude's not even looking at me. I just always walk around with a hoodie and a hat. People who know me are probably in the chat. You can attest to this too. You always see me with a hoodie and a hat. That's just me. And I just hear from behind me, "You look like a fucking ugly Eminem." I didn't even see the dude. I just turned around, like, I'm pretty drunk. And it's right after the fight ends. And I just turned around, and before I even see him, I'm like, "You look like David Hasselhoff plus 50 years and 500 pounds, buddy." And I look at him, and he's like chubby, like, I'm 6'3", 6'4", bro. He's like 5'5", and I just like, I'm drunk. I'm like, this is like, I think he fucked up. I think he realized he fucked up. And I turn around, and then the girls I'm with cover their eyes. I thought I got punched, but he bottled me. And I was all up, you know what I mean? He doesn't even know I'm a rapper, too. Like, it was some random dude. So I thought it was the funniest thing. Because, well, I wasn't bleeding, too. My hat was just cut. But, again, out of all things get bottled over, the dude doesn't know I rap. And he calls me Eminem. And it was just, I still deal with it to this day. You know, the stereotype of, you know, that kind of, it's not as the same thing of, you know what I mean, all battle rappers are gangbangers and this and that and stuff like that. And Roan, look at Roan, you know what I mean, on KOTD. You know what I mean? Like, like, scrawny white, I believe it's the same guy. Scrawny white guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're talking Roan.
Looks like he lives at his mom's house.
There's a couple scrawny white guys in battle rap that we could be talking about, though. There's a couple of them. But
yeah,
Roan's
I know.
Probably the best scrawny white guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I remember my boy was actually, like, into KOTD, like, really big. He was showing me a couple of Roan's battles, and I was like, yo, like, this is years ago. I was like, holy crap, man, this guy is, like, he's got some creative shit, bro. Like, that guy, I guarantee he has inspired a lot of people even just to start watching it from, like, his creativeness. Oh, yeah. Like, he's so different.
He's one of the top guys in the world, in my opinion. The guy's super talented. And he does a lot of stuff off pop, too. Like, he does memorize the stuff, but he's a true freestyler as well. And the guy does a lot of great battles, and he was King of the Dot champion for a while. Salute to that.
Who did he lose to?
Real Deal, I believe.
Real Deal?
I may be mistaken, though. Real Deal.
That's what I mean. Like, I remember, like, Roan was champion back when my boy was showing me the videos. Roan was champion. Like, that's how long ago.
Or it might be Ilmac that took it from him. I'm not sure. Now it's confused. That's old King of the Dot history. Like that goes back in the books.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rome's one of those guys that really, turned me to battle rap. Pat Stay was another one.
Pat Stay.
Iron Solomon did it for me. When Iron Solomon back in the grind time days, he was just one of those guys, like that white kid with the glasses, and he was just that dorky looking kid that just like, this guy was dope, and there's nothing these guys could do.
Just slaughtered people, eh?
Yeah, Iron Solomon, look him up. He's absolutely amazing, especially in his early days. Then he made his return to King of the Dot. He started doing King of the Dot in his later days, and he's still killing it. He's always been my favorite battle rapper.
Now, a little. Oh wait, never mind. You're Barry. All right. Wait, so you obviously host the live events then, correct?
This will be my first ever live event that I personally hosted.
But have you been? So were you to the event in Florida and the previous ones at all?
No, with COVID, I wasn't able to get out there.
True.
I will be at the one in Detroit though. That's a for sure thing. And with the border, that's the thing. Our following's so big in America. I'd love to show face over there, but again, if the money's not right for me to get out there and the event is going to make money.
It's still business. It's still a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of things that a lot of people don't get with chasing your dream and chasing your passion. As a young business owner and a business entrepreneur in a sense, or an entrepreneur in general, or dream chaser, if I will, so an artist still chasing multiple things. There's always so many people that are quick to come up to you and be like, you know what you should do, when realistically they have no real experience in what you're trying to do. Well, why don't you do this? Well, why don't you do this? Well, okay, this is what I value. Oh, well, I don't care about that. Well, see, that's the thing. You don't know what I'm valuing, or you don't know what I care about, so why do you try to tell me what to do when your values and my values are different? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
People are always so quick to be like, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. For me, as a young bar owner, it's, me and my business partner, we're both 25. We did this. There's so many people who are quick to walk in. You know what you should do. You know what you should do. And it's like, I love it now because like I just have a new face for every time. As someone gives you that sentence, it's like I just hear it. It's like every other time I've heard it from every other person, it sounds the same. You know what you should do.
Yeah.
What should I do? Please tell me.
Tell me exactly how to do it, and then tell me how to get out of the bullshit after doing what you just told me to do. You know what I mean? And, I've had guys like, if you don't do this, people are gonna not fuck with you. Well, no, I didn't do it, and guess what? We're still here today. You know what I mean? And we're still as bigger and stronger as we ever been. So you really gotta go with your gut, especially when it comes to business. Obviously it's trial and error though too. Like you have to fuck up to realize what you did wrong and
exactly, yeah, and that's
a part of the game.
It's part of the risk.
But yeah, like I said, I've been doing this for 8 years, right? Almost 9, and there's so many times, I'd say about the first 6-7 years, I hadn't made a dime off of it. You know what I mean? And now I'm starting to generate money off of this shit. And there was a time where I was like, dude, why am I doing this? I got kids to support. I'm working and bills are paid, but all my extra time's going to this. Why am I doing it? And now it's finally paying off. So really, you gotta stick to what you believe in at the end of the day. I really truly believe in this league, and we can accomplish anything. The sky's the limit at this point, and this is just another step in the right direction in Niagara and Detroit and Florida, and we're looking to go all worldwide. You know what I mean? We have people out. Actually, I have a guy in India who's like, I would love to throw an event for you out there. I was like, man, bars in India? That'd be insane. You know what I mean? Like a whole different country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Dubai or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, like that's crazy. That's crazy in India too. Like, so I personally, as an artist, and business owner, I've been taking different courses and different consultings from people I know that are in my industry that are higher above me, who have reached a higher point, to really learn in the analytics of it and really building a brand of people who are actual fans that support you or are down for you. You know what I mean? Say you throw a concert in Hamilton, driving out from Barrie to see you type deal, and showing and how to actually show them that you appreciate them and give back. And it's wild when you actually can really show how much care you put into your craft with those people. Almost everywhere internationally, people will respect it, that actually are real and want to look that actually take the time to see what you're doing. And like if you're doing what's garbage, they're real about telling you it's garbage. They're not just, my last video I remember marketing. There was one guy who commented, and I looked at the analytics of it, of how long he watched the video, like on YouTube as well, and it's just, and he comments, giving us white rappers a bad name, blah 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 blah. I was like, well, thank you for listening. I don't classify myself as a white rapper, so you can keep that name, and have a nice day. Like that's literally what I commented back, and it's just like people, like we were saying before, do good, or no matter what you do, you could literally do the most. You could fucking move the moon. There's gonna be people that are still like, well, you should have moved it a little bit more to the right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just out of this.
Look, like taking like a guy like Eminem. How many haters does that man have? And he's the most popular rapper on the planet, the biggest hip hop artist that ever did this. You know what I mean? And think of all the people that hate him. You know what I mean? It's insane. There's even with me and stuff like that. Like, there are people that I've met actually in this game that I consider like better friends than like my high school friends. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of great people in this industry, but there's a lot of people that are pieces of shit too. So
it's not.
It goes both ways.
I find in life it's not about the time spent, but the quality of the relationship with that person, or the quality of that person. The relationship is based on the person, friendship wise or anything else essentially. Like, I have friends that I've had for 10 years, probably 10 or less, 10 or more, and like less than maybe 3. There's one of them I know I've never switched up. We grew up in the same area. We've been through the same stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know and understand each other to a T. And then there's other friends where, so I've known for the same amount of time, but I wouldn't trust them walking my dog. Well, my dog's a big guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's Roddy Burmese. He's a big guy, so like he's okay to handle himself. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more worried that like they're just gonna be it's more about the quality of the person. I find, like, I've met people who I've met for 3 weeks, or like, for example, we sat there and chatted on the phone for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? You're able to kind of get a different vibe or a different energy off that if you're kind of believing that sort of stuff in the world. And
I definitely do.
With the quality of it, like, I find it's just so much more. You can meet someone from 3 years or 3 weeks, and that person from 3 weeks can have better interest for you as a person than the person for 3 years.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy that I going back to like some of my friends from high school, some friends that I talk to like every day in my life. I've some of these guys that I just met, that through battle rap, throughout maybe 2-3 months, support me more than my friends and family do. So, it really is depends on the person, and it depends on how much someone believes in what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I have a following that really fucks with what we do, so they support it to the fullest. And then I have people that don't believe in it, so they don't care what you're doing. So
you can really see like the degrees of it in a sense, like, you know what I mean? For somebody who can really see the potential in something, say for example, someone you met in the last few months, but yet they're supporting you more than say someone, your friends or family, that have obviously seen you do it throughout the years. And it's not like that person you just met is really like is dick riding at all, or you know what I mean, trying to get a sneak in or at all, or really they're just doing what they know to do. You know what I mean? Be real and support. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting here like, okay, well now you owe me a favor. They're just doing what they would want someone to do for them. And in the reverse position, if they meet someone new, in a lot of ways, I find it's probably the most thing I could boil down to with a lot of people who are real is just 9 times out of 10 is when you meet someone in that situation and they're real about it. Like, it really is. They just want to do what they'd want someone to be able to do for them. They don't want someone hanging over their head, or you owe me this, or you owe me that. It's everyone wants to just grow and network, and for everyone to benefit. I also get that too.
There are guys that I know that they're supporting me because they know the league's gonna go somewhere, and they think that they can benefit out of it, and that's cool too. Because I really don't mind that either. Because I want what I do is for these guys. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's for myself too. Like, I care about making money at the end of the day with this shit, but I also, my main goal is to make it so everyone's making money. You know what I mean? These rappers are getting paid to show up and put on a performance. You know what I mean? I'm not at that point yet where I can pay for these guys to do all this. Pay all of them, I mean, but I can pay some of them, but not all of them. But obviously they got to realize that the league has to make money as well. In order for the league In order for the rappers to make money, the league has to make money. A lot of these rappers think, oh, well, I need this much money. Well, how much money are you making in the league? How many people are you bringing in the door? How many tickets are you selling? How many views are you getting us? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it has to be a two-way street. You know what I mean? I would never book a rapper just because of his name. I would only book him if he's gonna, make us money. You know what I mean? And if it's a rapper that's not making us money, why are we doing business, right? Because it is a business at the end of the day.
And this is where a lot of people I find in this industry, like events, especially hip hop, or even just promoting in general, as an artist or even a planner in any way, this is where people get a lot of things really confused. Is they think people sell out. They think people are selling out because they put business facts in front of them. For example, say I've had multiple artists approach me, well, I don't think I should have to bring any people. I think I'm talented enough to just get paid and show up and perform. I'm like, okay, that's really cool. Like, I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying you're not talented. But the fact of it is, my company's paying for the space. My company's paying for insurance. We're also paying for the employees of who's serving. We're doing this, this, and this. So us making this opportunity for you to be able to sing is costing us money. And for us to be able to make sure that we're not putting out money just for you to be able to sing, which doesn't make sense in a business sense, we need to be able to make sure these ends are met, and this is how it does, and this is how we think we can make it work the best for everyone. And even for the events where I would do events where people would sell tickets, I know multiple shows where people would be like, all right, go sell a ticket, you get $2 a ticket, or you get $3 here, or like maybe $5, right? We did it on a limit, so it'd be like, okay, sell 5 tickets, and whatever else you sell, you keep. So it's really based on their hustle. Do you know what I mean? Like, you put the work in, you're gonna get your money. You know, if you just want to sell the tickets and then just show up and perform, so you don't have to pay anything out of pocket, do that. If you want to sell 50 tickets and make, you know what I mean, 400. Say it was $10 a ticket, pay us the $50 for the 5 tickets. Sell 50 tickets, you make $450. That's a $400, $50 payment for a performance. I don't know any unsigned artist that has that opportunity. It's all about the hustle, though, and that's when a lot of people you really see it with people when you're working with people. You know what I mean? Say even just people I guarantee, I don't know if you have employees or your interns or just people who you work with who you kind of have to direct, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can really see it. The best analogy I could put it down to is, I remember there was an interview with 50 Cent about, if he was on a boat, who would he pick to be with him and why, out of the G Unit crew. And I forget the other ones, but he left out, so he picked Lloyd Banks over, forget his name right now. He picked,
Young Buck?
Yeah, Young Buck. He picked Lloyd Banks over Young. Well, actually, he picked Banks over Young Buck. And the reason why, though, this is the pure thing I remember when I heard about it, is he was saying that so he could give Buck a show, he could do this. After he gives him a job, the dude's coming back and like, all right, what's next? What do I got to do next? There's no direction, no mentality. He gives Banks a show. Okay, here's a show. Now Lloyd's creating his own brand. He's not waiting on 50 to give him a handout. You know what I mean? You could really see it in the hustlers and the people who don't hustle in that aspect. When you know what I mean, even by just giving them the simplest direction. Where I was actually touching on this on the last interview I do, and I actually really like it with bringing on creatives, because they seem to really tie in a lot of ways when we start talking about things. But you can really see that the leaders and the people who have the potential to be a leader and the people who just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the people you can be like, okay, go sweep that floor. It's a simple task, okay? So someone sweeps it and then they're either coming back to you or they're looking for another room to finish sweeping. You know what I'm saying? Like the initiative to really keep going. And that's...
the grind's so important. The grind's like crazy important, like, and it goes for a lot of rappers too, like especially the battle rappers. Like I've done battles with certain guys, and like if I battle, I'm sharing my battle. I'm trying to get my battle as many views as I can. Some rappers like, oh, I did the battle for you. You should be promoting it. No, it doesn't work that way. It's a team effort at the end of the day.
They have this like
that hustle
diva mentality. You know what I mean? This diva mentality, like you're about to get this message, like, all right, I'm gonna be in my trailer while you do all the work. It's like, okay, well, I guess
that's something a boss should do. That's a boss's role. If you want to be a boss, you gotta work for it. You know what I mean? And
you gotta earn. You gotta put in your work for your worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You could. So, all right, what's the best? I always love putting things to analogies. Probably the best analogy I'd say for this is where do you follow UFC or like that whole shit with the YouTubers boxing and stuff right now? As much as
Logan Paul or whatever.
On a sports and combat sports, I can't respect it, but on a business move, you got to pay attention to what the Paul's brothers are doing. You know what I mean?
Making money.
Not even just that, but how they transitioned and what Jake Paul is doing. He's gonna get fucked up, but what he did to really, he said to himself, pit the UFC against him in the boxing. You know, that's how he's making his money, and it's literally Floyd's blueprint too. But it's just with them, it's like, did you see when Tyron Woodley went to do the gloves? Like that. So, for example, what do you say to Jalen Love? Like, you have no money behind your name. So, and it wasn't wrong. So, you know what I mean? But how many years
Paul would be putting Woodley on just by how big his name is, but Woodley would knock him the fuck out.
And that's what I mean. So, that fight's apparently confirmed in a sense, or in talks. And so, on a business sense, Paul will be putting Woodley on, but on a combat sport sense, Woodley will be putting Paul on. So if Paul wins Woodley, then there's no one that can honestly say that, you know, like, Paul's not a pro athlete. Even his last fight with Askren, everyone's saying if he wins, it's him against the UFC. No, he was not against the UFC. He was a retired UFC fighter, way out of his time, and no hands. No hands. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's no... And look at the payday. You know what I mean? Even then, that was the best payday of his career, and he looked like it was the end of the best match of his career, too. He looked like he won. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, with big name fights like that, and I think the celebrity boxing, actually, Lamar Odom just fought Nick Carter or something like that. I mean, the money's there. Anyone's going to watch it. They're going to do it just for the money, just like Floyd. He took that fight for the money. He's not smart. He's smart. He's a businessman. You know what I mean?
From Lloyd's perspective, not Lloyd. Sorry, go ahead. My apologies. Go ahead.
It's all money at the end of the day for these guys. And for a guy like Logan Paul, I think he's just looking. He thinks he's tough and he wants to try it out. You know what I mean? But he doesn't want to go through the D leagues and like the lower mid tier leagues. He just wants to jump straight to the UFC and to fight guys like fucking Mayweather and Woodley and shit like that. It's just off of his name. But what's going to happen to that kid is he's going to walk into a guy like Woodley that's going to knock him out and really put him in his place. And because he's going to know what it's like to get knocked out. He hasn't got knocked out yet.
If I may, my prediction for Logan, because I'm glad you said like the UFC. My prediction for Logan, well, first I want to touch on what he just did though, really, with that Floyd fight. So he went from an amateur YouTuber, amateur YouTube boxer. He was able, obviously he took his name and it is about the money. Correct. But on a business standpoint, he just got paid how many millions to literally have a training session with the best in the world. Not only that, you saw him, did you see the match at all or see the highlights? He was running away.
I watched the highlights.
He was running away after the third round. Like I predicted Floyd. I think I did a stream on it, just reacting, and I was saying like, watch, Floyd's gonna turn it up on the third and fourth, and he's gonna knock out Logan, or Logan's gonna try to run away and try to. And the whole the last few rounds, he's sitting there like just running, being like, okay, I lasted 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. Now, as a person and a boxer, he's able to say, I'm a boxer. I just lasted the best in the world, and I got paid for it. But a lot of people don't know about Logan Paul. He's also still a champion wrestler, too, as well. I don't think he was Olympic. No, he wasn't Olympic, but he was still a champion wrestler, like how in Canada has OFSA. Like, in the States, I'm pretty sure he went and he won. He won some accolades. So, my prediction, I think, is now, after the Floyd fight, I personally think he's going to try to take on a UFC. Not just, maybe not yet, but I think he's going to try and make his way to the UFC to even just touch on one of the fighters in a UFC fight. You know what I mean?
He's a big boy. He's a big kid. And when
he knows how to wrestle.
Like, that might not be good for Floyd, man. Like, look at the size difference. But
against Floyd wouldn't do it. I think he's gonna try to go to maybe make a reach for the UFC. Like, how much he just get paid off Floyd? Imagine now he branches off to because he knows how to wrestle. You know, it's not like Jake, where Jake's calling out UFC fighters to box. Like, Logan calls out a UFC fighter. They could be like, okay, you got hands against Floyd, and you can wrestle. Like, it's not an unfair fight. And it'd be a big money grab for any UFC fighter. Yeah. That's the
as an MMA artist like yourself, like
I wouldn't say an artist. I wouldn't say an artist. I wouldn't say an artist at all. I would say I trade martial arts.
Let's say you work.
growing up, I do Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, but like I said, artist is like a compliment, and I don't know if I would have that name yet.
Well, but let's just say that you do,
What?
And that's what you're doing, and you're grinding, you're going through the D leagues, you're trying to make a name for yourself, and then can you imagine how these guys that are doing that, and then they just see Logan Paul, the guy has all these followers, get a fucking UFC main event fight? Like, can you imagine some of these guys that are just fucking just pissed off, like all the work they have to do to get to where they are now, and then this guy just has to say, hey, I'm Logan Paul? You know
that's the one thing I pointed out when the fight first came, and I was like, when Logan or Jake starts calling themselves like a real fighter, I'm like, he's not a real fighter. Like, and people started blowing up my Facebook and stuff, and I was like, well, when it comes down to it, first off, the people who are arguing, I'm like, do you guys know, like, have you ever been to boxing training? Have you ever been to, like, or seen someone go through amateur training? Like, do you know what they have to go through and how many preliminary fights, amateur fights, even before they get to the D League? Do you know what I mean? Even before.
Even just sparring.
Like, you know how much work they have to put in? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the pros haven't put in work for themselves, but they definitely haven't put the amount of work that a D League person is trying to get to be a pro, nor starved the way they have. But on the flip side, on the bonus side, it's really showing martial artists and boxers and fighters what McGregor, what Floyd, what a lot of people, Canelo, have done with building their own brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they all built their name and then branched off into a brand, but now Paul has built a brand and now he's branching off into this. So what I mean is, like, if they pay attention to the business, they're all Francis Ngannou, they're all demanding more money, but when they realize that, like, you know what, why don't you just look at McGregor's career a little bit more. Proper 12, McGregor Promotions. Whenever McGregor fights, what's the number one commercial you see? Proper 12. The percentages McGregor gets on his fights, if people actually look, he gets a percentage on everything. On everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more than just being a fighter. And just like it's more than just being a battle rapper, it's more than just being an artist. You gotta be a businessman. Everyone has to look at the business side of it.
I think a lot of people focus on that one part, that being the best being the best this, but they don't actually realizing that, you know what, you can be the best, you're not always gonna get paid the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? McGregor's not the best. He's a good fighter. You know, he's knocked out Jose and won, but he always gets paid the best.
Yeah. He makes it a show though too. He puts asses in seats. That's the thing.
For sure.
He'll sit there and trash talk every fight that he's in. And he might like the guy and he'll still call him everything in the book.
Yeah, right? It's the entertainment of it.
Yep. And then he'll go on a worldwide. I mean, when he fought Floyd, like they went on like a worldwide tour, global, just doing fucking face-offs.
And that's what I mean. Like, this shit was mad entertaining, though. This shit was mad entertaining. Yeah. Floyd's fan, like Floyd's dad and his uncle. Was his uncle there? I know his dad was there.
His dad was there, I think.
I know his dad was there.
And that's what we kind of do too. What we kind of do too is, even in the league, if you're in the league, go check us out. Like, there's storylines, man. We had crazy storylines with that throughout the years in bars. We even had like bad ones where the fact like relationships were broken over it. Like, and relationships were built in here too. Like, actually, it's funny thing is, this is like funny story. Like, we've had like 4 relationships between a man and a woman in bars. Out of the 4 relationships, 3 of them have broken up. So we're like fucking battle rap Tinder over here.
I'm just grabbing a refill. I can hear you. Please continue. Battle rap Tinder.
Yeah. But like what I'm saying is, like, the relationships that are built in bars is a real thing. Like, I've had guys that became best friends and actually, like, they're on different sides of the world and they moved in with each other as like roommates and shit. I've had people fucking help with other people's bills. Like, it's more than just a battle rap league. B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League is more than just a league. It's more of a community and a family at that. Like, I've heard some really fucked up things that's happened, and I've heard some really good things. Like, a guy that won a tournament for money, all that money went to a friend's girlfriend that was a single mom that needed money for their kids. It's like, it's a community, man. And a lot of crazy shit happens though too, don't get me wrong, but a lot of good shit comes out of it.
I do apologize, we got a few more minutes and then I gotta cut out. I got a couple of meetings to take care of here.
Yep.
But I do want to say thank you very much for coming to hop on with us. I do look forward to hopefully bringing you back closer up to the date when we're actually having an event. Maybe we'll talk more just about what the exact details are about that, and maybe able to give you more of a branch out for people as well in the area. Before we head out, do plug in your pages one more time for everybody watching. Just let them know where to find you, what's the best way to find you, and if they want to get involved in battling, actually how to find you.
All right, perfect. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. First of all, thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure doing business with you. We're definitely going to make some good money together and have some epic events, man. It's going to be crazy.
I like money.
Super
I like
excited
money.
for it.
I like money.
So I'll put my plug in. Yeah, my name's Tom Bland. Hit me up on Facebook. I am the owner of B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League. This is our logo. Follow us on all social medias. But the biggest one is Facebook. So it's B.A.R.Z Battle Rap League at Facebook. We have an event this Friday, B.A.R.Z versus U.B.Z. We have 7 battles on that card. Then on the 26th, we have another battle event going down, all online right now. Go check us out. We have pay-per-view for our Florida event for sale now. If you want to check support our Florida movement, B.A.R.Z South over there, July 17th. We have a live event. If you can't make it out to Florida, you can buy the pay-per-view. Hit me up. I will handle everything. We have all payment methods, all that good shit. And thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Before you sign out, I'm going to do a little plug-in too. Just to let you know, it's not confirmed right now. We're in talks right now with Chaclair about having him at Lux for July. Nothing confirmed.
Nice.
Hopefully we can make it happen. If we can, I'm going to try to branch in some other things, obviously, to put some bridges in and make some things happen. I'm a huge fan of Chaclair. I've been a fan since he put out that track when I was a kid. He put out a track with Classified and Mocha. Forget what it's called.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about though. That the video was like all animated green screen stuff. It was sick.
I'm a huge Classified fan too. I'd love to get him out for a battle rap event.
That would be sick, even just as a guest star judge. But as well too, for everyone watching, don't forget July 26th. I'm doing a $100 giveaway for subs to one lucky subscriber. So make sure you smash that sub. If not, it's okay. Still smash that follow. We got more content like this man coming coming through. This
way for me.
Yeah, this man coming through, and as well, make sure you check out the other interviews. The one I want to do like a Zoom call, a group call. I want to get you and my boy Kelly Maloney as well, because he's done some interviews with some heavy heads, and I think it'll be some really great content to get you guys together as well. Not even just talking about bars, but as well talking about Breaking Records Radio. When you have time, even just check out the previous interview on that same link. Look out the Kelly Maloney one. Even just check it out for like 5 minutes. I guarantee, you know what I mean. You'll look at it and be like, okay, he runs a online radio station, Breaking Records Radio. He just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Wow. And it's something that he does like a lot of background stuff. He's done interviews with Wu-Tang. He's done interviews with Obi. He's done interviews with OGs, bro. OGs.
I would love to, man. I'd love to, man. It'd be an honor. It would.
Telling you, check it out. And everyone else, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Make sure you check out B.A.R.Z Rap Battle League. It's going to be in Canada very soon, very, very soon. Other than that, my friend, I'm going to end the stream here.
Have a good day.
You as well. Be
Appreciate
safe. Keep the family safe as well, my friend.
Will do. All right.
Yeah, got the world right in front of me, but it's nothing without you. We got lost in the flames, I'm calling your name, don't move. And this world can be cold and mean, but you know that you always got me. We got